What's going on? TikTok Nation. Yes, indeed. Kameron, Devon crew in the building this evening. Gonna talk to y'all about dating rules for 2023. And the dating rules are, number one, you have to know who you are. Number two, you have to know what you want in the dating place. So we're gonna sit back a little bit, let people come inside. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're watching live from. I'm here in Las Vegas, of course. Got the ambient lights around me. Hold on now. Let me flip the lights around a little bit. Boom. Uh-oh. Ooh. Hang on. Damn, I look handsome. I look so handsome. Yes, indeed. I gotta meet up with you, brother. Brotherly advice. Gotcha. Hey, friend. Oh, hey, love. How you doing? Philippines. Quavo here. There you go. The lights are, the lights are everything. The cheeks and the jawbone are everything. The cufflinks are everything. Yes, indeed. So what we're talking about tonight is dating advice for 2023. Number one piece of advice is you must know who you are and you must know what you want in the dating place. Number two is you must know what you're looking for. You need to know what kind of partner you're compatible with. So we're going to get into that tonight. Yes, indeed. Beautiful Las Vegas. Hold on now. I got the essential oils diffusing. Look at that now. I'm a super player. Look at him. Essential oils. Suit on. Looking good, feeling good. Thank you. Looking good, my guy. Thank you very much. I'm about to hop right into the game. Y'all stay here. I'm just trying to let a few more people get inside. The Hitch. I'm not Hitch. I feel like I'm more player than Hitch. But I feel like I'm as handsome as Hitch. I will say that. Somebody said, I need help, bro. Well, leave your comment. After I spit what I want to talk about tonight, I will address questions. Can you help? Can you get my wife pregnant? Can I get your wife pregnant? You know, I have a pregnant wife right now. So I can't really get nobody else's wife pregnant. You know what I mean? Unless she's my wife. You need to get your own wife pregnant. Hi, I'm from California. There you go. Shout out to Cali, LA, San Diego, San Francisco. I fuck with all the cities. Yes, indeed. All right, let's hop into the game. We got enough people inside. It's 101 people watching right now. So, game and dating advice for 2023. What I want everybody to understand is that you need to know who you are if you're going to be out in the dating place. A lot of people go into dating and they don't know who they are. And what I mean by that is, I'll talk to men first. Men go out into dating and they don't know what value they have to offer. So men will go out here and they know they want a woman, they know they want a girlfriend or a wife, but they don't know what they actually bring to the table. A lot of men feel like they have absolutely no value. And a lot of men go into the situation thinking, hey, look, I work this job, I work at a warehouse, I work in corporate America, I have a small business, and I want to take you out on a date, I want to take you out on a vacation, etc. But that's not what women want. And that's not what your real value is. As a man, your value has to be based in your purpose and your vision in life and your direction in terms of where you're going. So as a man, you have to know, where are you going in life? And to have your purpose, you have to know what your gift is to the world. To figure out what your gift is to the world, you have to take some time in solace and really think about what attributes you have and what qualities you have and what characteristics you have that you can help improve others' lives. So to all my men, the first thing you need to do if you want to get out of the situation where you're in scarcity is you have to start thinking in terms of how you can help other people. A lot of men are in a place where they're thinking about just how they can get their money, just how they can get more resources. And the problem is that makes you very self-centered. It makes you limit your view. And if you want to be a big man and you want to have resources and abundance, you have to live a life where you are actually going to live your life for other people. Your life has to be a gift in and of itself. And men don't do this, and the primary reason is that men just don't know where they're going. So let's say that you're a man and you want to have a career in IT. Let's say you're a man and you want to have a career in business. The first thing that men think about is, okay, I want to go in technology because I want to make a lot of money. And that's good. You need to make money because you have to provide for your family. But that is the entry level point to understanding your purpose and being a higher caliber man. You have to think in terms of your legacy. And you have to think in terms of, when I live my life, when I do my week to week, month to month, year to year, what am I building that I'm going to contribute to my community, to society and the world at large, and my family, that is going to improve their circumstances? As a man, the only way you can really be valued is if you live your life in a way where you build yourself up, acquire certain knowledge, acquire certain skill sets, so that you can actually be a blessing and a gift to those people around you. And when you're a blessing and a gift to people around you, then you will have women who want to come into your zone and come into your atmosphere, because you're actually bringing something to the table. And when you have a purpose, then you have direction that you can actually provide to the woman to where both of you are going towards. But a lot of guys just don't have that today. So the number one question is, men, what are you going to do to figure out what your purpose is? What are you going to do to determine what your value is and build your value up? So when I was a young man, when I was 18 years old, I started in a sales company. So I was a freshman in college. I started in a sales company, and my mentor introduced me to a lot of self-development books. He taught me how to goal set. He taught me how to plan out my week of work. And he taught me that you need to have a picture, a compelling picture that you're moving towards in the future. In internalizing those things, I realized that I had to figure out inside my mind, what is my life going to be about? And your parents can't tell you this. Your teachers cannot tell you this. Your peers, your women cannot tell you this. You have to go inside yourself and figure out what you want to dedicate your life to. When you know what you want to dedicate your life to, then you have to just move towards it ferociously. You have to work your ass off. When I was a young 20-something-year-old man, I used to go to the library or the bookstore, and I would read 8 to 10 hours a day. I spent around $3,000 in books from 2012 to 2015. $3,000. I read hundreds of books in that time because I knew that I wanted to be where I'm at now. I knew I wanted to be in a situation where I knew enough about psychology, self-development, economics, finance, relationships to be able to help people out of the situations that they're in. But I had to invest in myself in order to get to this place. And there's no shortcut. So if you want to help people economically, then the first thing you have to do is learn about economics. You have to learn about what is holding people down economically. You have to learn how to lift yourself up economically. And then you have to learn how to disseminate the knowledge to help empower other people. Now, let me talk to the ladies in the room. The number one thing, or the first thing that we're talking about tonight is, who are you and what is your value? So for all the women, what is your value? A lot of women today on social media have fallen into a pattern where they think their physicality is their value. A lot of women think that if they hit the gym, get the butt toned and tightened up and maxed out, if they get the breasts sitting up, if they get a smaller waist, if they go put on a lot of makeup, then that will get them the man they want. It will get you shallow men. But a man like me who knows who he is, what he wants, and where he's going in life, it would never get me. My woman is beautiful. When I met my woman, I told her, hey, look, you're beautiful. I appreciate it. It's very nice and it's very pleasant, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Why? Because what does beauty do for a man like me? For a man like me, I've been around beautiful women for years. I've always had women around me. I live in Vegas. I mean, look at the skyline behind me. I can go out in Las Vegas and I can go and meet women at any club, any lounge tonight. Many of them are beautiful. So that lowers the value. You think that if you go get a Brazilian butt lift and lip injections and a boob job, that's going to make a woman want to be with you. It doesn't. Or a man want to be with a woman. It doesn't. The value that a woman can offer to a man is actually her feminine energy and her support and belief in the man. I'm going to let that sit. The best thing that a woman has ever done for me is believe in me. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take some steps back. The ultimate picture of a man and woman in union is a household. That is called a husband and a wife. The reason you're together is to make children and then propagate or progenate your genetics into raising children, raising a family, and then building your legacy into the future. So if the woman is going to be the one having the children, taking care of the children, raising the children, taking care of the household, that's a big job. So what is the man for? The man is for having a sense of vision, direction, and purpose in life to steer the household to. So what value can a woman offer the man outside of raising the children? The woman can believe in where the man is going. See, when I met my wife, Gabby, I was broke. I was living in a studio apartment. I was driving a Nissan rental. Okay? I had mad skills. I had a lot of knowledge, which is why she was attracted to me. She knew who I was internally, even though the externals had not manifested yet. But Gabby told me, in short, I believe in you and I will follow you anywhere that you want to go. And that gave me confidence on top of the confidence that I already had. So then I started Organic Growth, my company. I was on Instagram at first, posting videos. Gabby said, hey, you're not getting enough views. You need to go on TikTok. And I was like, TikTok is like dancing and weird videos, etc. It's not serious. She was like, no, trust me. You go on TikTok, you will blow up. I was like, all right. She was like, look, I know you're not going to post the videos. I will post the videos for you. So Gabby took my videos off Instagram, put them on TikTok, and posted all my content. Within 2 months, I hit over 100,000 followers. What that let me know was, okay, I need to put myself out here more. And I need to get on more platforms, and I need to put out more content. And I need to believe in myself how my woman believes in me. See, in a real way, my woman believed in me more than I believed in myself. And that's why all the ladies out here, all my women, ask yourself this question. If my woman would believe in me to the extent to where she would start my company for me, what do you think I would do for my woman? The answer is anything. There were times where I was financially stressed, and Gabby supplemented my finances to make sure I stayed afloat, to be where I need to be. Now, if a woman will sacrifice her finances for me, her belief for me, her support and her service for me, what am I going to do for the woman? Anything. So when we got together, when she moved here to Vegas, I had to move us in this high rise. I bought us 2 foreign cars. I put her in an Audi, me in a BMW. Bought her a new wardrobe. We're pregnant now. Got everything we need for the kids. So what I'm trying to say is this, everybody. The ultimate union between man and woman is the woman supporting and believing in the man, and the man going as hard as he possibly can to manifest a future for your household. And you have to work your ass off. You got to read books. You got to do self-development as a man. You got to go to the gym. You have to go out and network. You have to start your business, go out here and try to build your business and make it work and bring in revenue. Because at the end of the day, a woman can believe in you, but you got to bring the fruits of the labor to the table. That's very important. Now, let me jump to the second point. So tonight we're talking about dating advice for 2023. The first step is know who you are. For the man, that means knowing who you are as a man, knowing what you've been through. No one knows you better than you. Every adversity you've been through, every challenge you've been through, every struggle you've been through has given you skills and knowledge that you can use to propel yourself and your family forward to a greater level and transcend where you're at. As a woman, you need to know who you are. You have your beauty externally, but you have much more internally, your feminine energy, your ability to support, nurture, believe in your man and your family. Now, the second part that we need to get down for 2023 is know who you want. And I have a formula for you. The formula is chemistry, compatibility, equality, balance. Chemistry, compatibility, equality, and balance. Let's break it down. The first thing is chemistry. What does chemistry mean? Men and women alike. Think about your best friend. When you kick it with your best friend after a long work week, you don't have to do anything. You're just like, hey, I want to meet up with you. We'll kick it on the couch. Maybe we'll watch Netflix. Maybe we'll just chill and talk. Maybe play some music. Maybe pour some wine or some drink. It just feels good being around the person. When it feels good being around somebody, just because you like their vibe and you like their presence, that's chemistry. So, what does this mean for people who are dating? What this means is that you should never force anything. When you meet someone, whether it be on a dating app, whether it be meeting them in person, when you have your first date, you need to just kind of go into the date and feel, are we resonating with each other? Do we have natural chemistry? Like, does it just feel good kicking it? Is the conversation flowing? Do we like the same music? Do we like the same environments? You know what I mean? The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you walk. Do y'all click energetically? That's chemistry. If you don't have chemistry, stop dating the person. There's two reasons. Number one, when you don't have chemistry, you're going to overcompensate for the lack of chemistry by trying to make up for it in terms of making dates more lavish, putting in extra effort. Number two, the sex is not going to be good. So if you don't have natural chemistry, you can only imagine how that would transmute into the bedroom. How are you really going to connect and vibe and like get close with someone who you just don't feel good just talking with them on the couch? So that's chemistry. Number two, compatibility. Compatibility means that you have to have the same agenda in life and relationship. This is a big one. I'm going to start with compatibility in life. A lot of people, when they first meet, they want to keep it lighthearted up front. That's a mistake. That is a big mistake. When you meet someone, you need to qualify and screen as fast as possible whether or not you're a good fit to be with each other. Let me give you a couple big examples. Number one, do you want the same relationship structure? Monogamy is not for everybody. Not every man, not every woman wants a monogamous relationship. So if you meet somebody and the chemistry's there, but the man is not ready to settle down and he just kind of wants to live life and like enjoy himself and have fun, but the woman wants to settle down, that's incompatible. It's not going to work. The woman will try to overcompensate in the relationship and show the man that he should want to be in a monogamous relationship, but that's not what's in his core. So what's going to happen is the woman is going to overextend herself, stress herself out, get frustrated, and then she's going to be hurt and damaged. She's going to have baggage. Another thing in compatibility. You need to know that you have the same financial goals in mind. This is big because we don't talk about money enough. So you might meet a man who is content with where he's at. He has a corporate job or a blue-collar job. He's making $50,000 to $80,000, and he's okay with that. You can raise a family off that. But if the woman wants more, she's always going to be looking to the future to like, where are we going from here? And she's going to notice other men who have more going on, and she's going to look down on her man. Now, a man might want to become a millionaire, but currently he just works a corporate job. But the woman he's dating is okay with where they're at. She just wants to start a family. The problem with that is he's going to want to stay out of the house and keep working, keep investing in business, keep growing his career, keep doubling down on that. And she's like, well, where's the family time? When are we going to settle down and have children? When are we going to invest in this home? And he's like, hey, look, that's 5 years from now, 10 years from now. It's incompatible. So the first thing is, do you have the same relationship structure in mind? Monogamy, open relationship, polygyny. Do you have the same economic interest in mind? Do you want a normal life where you're in the middle class and you can take care of a family? You want to do it now? Or are you trying to get rich and live an extravagant life? Both are fine, but you got to know what you want. Number 3, and people take way, way, way too long to get this one, and this is potentially the biggest one. Do you have religion compatibility? Are your faith systems the same? So if you meet someone and they don't believe in God, but you're a Christian, or you're a Muslim, or you are a Jew, how are you going to be in a relationship with someone who you have compatibility with, chemistry with, but you clash on religious views? A lot of people think, hey, I can meet this person, I'm a Christian, they're a Muslim, but I can respect their views. They respect my views. Here's the problem, though. When you have your first kid, what's the kid's religion going to be? That's an important question. Are you going to raise the kid Christian or Muslim? Are you going to raise the kid to be atheist? Are you going to raise the kid to be a spiritualist? What's it going to be? So you have to know, are you religiously compatible? Do you look at the world the same way? Last and not least, ladies and gentlemen, you have to have sexual compatibility. And this is very big, and we don't talk about this as well. Different people have different sex drives. Some women want to have sex every day. Some women want to have sex multiple times a day. And trust me, I've been with women like that. Some men want to have sex every day. Some men can only do it a few times a week. Now, a lot of times people get in a relationship, and when you first meet somebody, the passion is heightened. So when you first meet them, the sexual chemistry is kind of on 10, whatever that is for you. So maybe you are having sex a lot. Maybe there's a lot of affection, maybe there's a lot of intimacy. But when the novelty of just meeting each other wears down, your true sex nature is going to come out. So you have to know that you and your partner have the same kind of sex drive. Not just sex drive, though. You and your partner need to have the same sexual appetite and taste. So some women like it rough. Some like it romantic, intimate. Some like kinky, explorative adventures. So if you're a dude and you like to have sex, but you like it to be normal and kind of conventional, but the woman, maybe she wants to get choked out. Maybe she wants to experience a belt tied around her neck and like a harness and whips and handcuffs, but that makes you uncomfortable. It's not going to work long term, because if you're not fulfilling your partner's deepest drives and deepest thoughts when it comes to sex, they're going to project it onto someone else. And they'll probably eventually want to explore it with someone who's willing to explore it with them. And here's what I want to say. What I want everybody listening to do right now, a part of Organic Growth Nation, listening to Kameron Devon crew, everybody needs to get a journal. You need a journal, because relationships are the most important piece of your life. You can make a lot of money. You can live in the right place. You can have the health and the fitness that you want. You can have an amazing body. But if your relationships are not to par, it will ruin your life and make you miserable faster than anything else. There's millionaires who commit suicide because of relationships. Elon Musk, divorced multiple times. Jeff Bezos, multiple billionaire, divorced multiple times. Bill Gates, divorced. Money doesn't matter. Kim Kardashian, divorced multiple times. So what we need to do is know who we are as an intimate partner for who we want to be with. Get a journal. On one page, write down, who am I as a man or a woman? On the second page, write down, who am I, who do I want to be with? What is their worldview? What is their character? What is their personality? How do they treat other people? And most importantly, how do they treat you? If you figure that out and really invest in understanding yourself and your ideal partner, the rest of this will be very easy. The last thing I'm going to say is we all waste too much time in relationships with people who we have no business being in relationships with. You're talking to somebody, you know the religion is off, the sex might be off, you want different things long term, but you stay in it because you're having sex. You stay in it because you don't want to be alone. You stay in it because you already invested, so why give that up? No. You need to value your time. You need to value your energy, value your sex, value yourself. Only be in a relationship that is going to be fruitful and going to have longevity. If you're in a relationship with someone who broke your heart, who did you wrong, it's probably your fault. Why? Because the first time it happened, you stayed. Somebody cheated on you, you stayed, tried to make it work, they did it again, you stayed. The sex wasn't good. You tried to teach them. You tried to explore, etc. Never happened. You stayed. You're with somebody who was negative, depressed, they had baggage, they're a little toxic in the relationship, but you care about them, so you want to help them. You want to put your cape on and be the white knight and like try to save them. Then it never goes anywhere. You stayed. What I want everybody to do is stop staying. Know who you are, know what you want, find it, don't settle for less, and stick with it when you find it. All right, I'm about to thumb back a little bit. I got mad comments in here. Kind of want to address some comments. I hope y'all appreciated what I had to say tonight, and I appreciate y'all for listening. Look how handsome I am. Let me drink some spring water. Let me thumb back. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Just wanted to stop in and say hello. Stay up, bro. Cam, help. I can't find a man that makes more than me, and I only make $100K. First of all, $100,000 in America is a lot of money. I really want people to stop saying that. I make more than $100,000. But I want people to stop talking about making $75,000, $80,000, $100,000 like it's a little bit of money. It's not a little bit of money. 10% of all Americans make less than $100,000. If you make $100,000, almost anywhere you go in public, you make more than everybody there. And you make more than 90% of people there, guaranteed. So I want everybody to stop saying that. But if you want to meet people who make more money, what you need to do is put yourself in environments where you're around people who make the level of money and have the level of resources that you want to transcend to. So if you're still going to dive bars and you still go to the regular grocery store, you got to stop doing that. You got to upgrade your lifestyle. Dress better. Read more books. Upgrade your self-esteem. Upgrade your self-development. Go to more fly places. Network with people. Put yourself out there. Introduce yourself to people. When you do that and you have a plan of action, you will increase your money. I would also say, though, don't be overly focused on money. Having more money is not going to make you more happy. When I was broke, sleeping on an air mattress, living with 2 male roommates, I was happy. I was enjoying life. I was full of gratitude. My self-esteem was high. I was loving life. Having the shit that I have now has not made me more happy. Not saying don't get it, but I'm just saying I don't want you to think that by pursuing money and tangibles, it's going to lift you out of some kind of depression or lacking that you feel within yourself, because it will not. Go Cam, looking sharp. I appreciate it. I feel handsome today. He always looks great. It's inspiring. Thank you very much. Will you explain why you were yelling racial slurs at a bar in New York City last night? I was not in New York City last night. I was in Las Vegas, so you can stop trolling and go on somebody else's channel. Who has better advice, you or Andrew Tate? I like Andrew Tate. I wish he wasn't banned. I think my advice is very different from Andrew Tate. But what I like most about Andrew Tate is that he speaks to empowering men who are struggling with finding their place in the world. And that's a big thing. You know, being a male is difficult. Having to find your purpose, having to get your money up, having to understand how to deal with women, having to understand how to be a father is hard. Hard for a woman too, but we're just talking about men. So, you know, I respect Andrew Tate. I have nothing but love and respect for Andrew Tate. Can you give advice for LGBT person? I probably could. It depends on the advice. I'm not LGBT. I do have LGBT friends. You know, you got to ask me a specific question. That's very vague. The Republicans have taken the House. Ladies, what is your worth? Indeed. What about you? Who are you? You know, I will answer that question. I never talk about myself. I never really do that because I'm not a self-centered person. But I will explain kind of how I look at myself in terms of my purpose and what I want in a relationship. You know, I grew up in South Georgia in a very small country town. And I had a 2-parent household initially. When I grew up, I was under extreme domestic violence. I got beaten, actually, almost every single day up until the age of 14. And when I say beaten, I mean I had a black eye the first day of the first grade. When my parents divorced, we lived in Section 8 housing, food stamps, welfare, the 9 yards. I was in the streets for a point of time. After that, selling stuff to make money to, you know, buy clothes, make sure we were fed, take care of my mom as best I could. Who am I? What I realized when I turned 18, when I first got exposed to self-development, was I knew that I wanted to help people who were like me become happy. And I wanted to help people understand that you don't have to live an existence where you're in this depressed place, this place where you're lacking in resources, and this place where you feel like you have no options. And that's what I've done. I worked really hard to first free myself from the traumas that I went through. Second of all, I worked really hard to learn how to be a teacher to help transmute this to other people, because all my life is about, my purpose is about, is helping other people, men, women, have the tools they need to transcend the situations that they're in. Whether you were traumatized sexually, physically, financially, emotionally, whether you just need more knowledge and wisdom to get the ideal lifestyle that you want, that's what my purpose is. You got to understand, I was at the bottom in life. Like, there's not too many people who have had a worse life than me. But now I'm kind of at the top in life. I don't really know people around me who live better than me. A lot of people live on my level, but not like a lot of people live better than me, except for the people who you know who are famous. But what I wanted to do was help everybody in that spectrum live in the most joyful, pleasant, peaceful way possible, and in the healthiest way possible. And that's really all I can say about that. All right, let me see what we got. The Republicans will take the White House next. Okay, we're not political. My value is my positivity and happiness and just overall awesomeness that I am. If you believe that about yourself, then I believe that about you. Wear that on your shoulders. I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks. When you come to Vegas, hit me on the DM, tap in. I may or may not be able to meet up, but definitely tap in. I might be able to hook you up with a good connection. This man thinks he is Tate. No, I think I'm Cameron Devon Crew, as a matter of fact. Yee-hee. Groovy. Cam, what's up, my brother? We've let trends dictate our worth as a whole rather than principles and values. That's a fact. We are way too superficial as a culture. We care way too much about how we look on social media, what other people think about us, what kind of car we drive, where we live, etc. I think everybody here should live the best, highest quality life possible. I'm not trying to sound like I'm not a superficial person. Everything I have is pretty much expensive. I have 2 foreign cars, fucking over a $500,000 condo. But that will not make you happy. What will make you happy is being grateful for you. Number one, you have to be grateful that you are you, that you woke up today, that you're healthy. You have to love your body. You have to love your face. You have to love your physique. You have to love your mind. You have to love where you're going in life. You have to love what you're doing in life right now. And if you don't love it, then you need to work on speaking to yourself and training your mind and your speech patterns to love it. There is nobody who can give you self-esteem, but there's nobody who can take self-esteem away from you. People can take away others' esteem, which is how people look at you, but people can never do anything about your self-esteem. When I look in the mirror, I love myself. I think I'm handsome. I think I'm fly. I think I'm intelligent. I think my swag is immaculate. I think I'm going places in life. I know who I am. You know what I mean? And I just love being Cameron Devon crew. I love myself. You can all feel that way. There's nothing stopping you from feeling good today. Nothing. If you're depressed today, I sympathize with it because I've been depressed, but you can change that. And I will not accept you saying you can't change that. I'm a husband and a dad. I impregnated my woman. Fantastic, bro. He said not the rental. Wait, it was the rental at one point, you know what I mean? Hey, Cam, what's an ideal woman to settle down with? There is no such thing as an ideal woman. And look, I love women, and this is my thing. Like, this is what makes me different from a lot of these people, like Andrew Tate, the Saint in the Center, Fresh and Fit. I do not judge people. I don't judge men. I don't judge women. There are women who are promiscuous. They like to have sex. They like to have a good time. They like to have fun. There are certain women who go into relationships to make money. Gold diggers, hoes, whatever you want to call them. There are certain women who go into relationships for a family. You call them a wife. Every single woman has value and a place, and I've had a good time with every single type of woman. The thing is, you need to know what kind of woman you want that's compatible with your lifestyle. Not every man is compatible for a wife. My wife, a lot of you men who you think you want a good woman, you would not actually work for her. You wouldn't. Because to be a husband requires a certain level of sacrifice and dedication that a lot of men don't want. A lot of men are living in a place where they're kind of exploring life, having fun, figuring out who they are, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you should deal with a woman who's kind of more on your time. A lot of women who are having fun are compatible with men who are trying to have fun. Men who are trying to get money maybe are compatible with women who want to get money. You see what I'm saying? So the ideal woman is the woman who is most compatible with you. That's what I would say. Can we hit the Vegas streets, Playboy? Man, I do boot camp coaching. I do consultations. I don't really know you. We could hit the streets possibly if you ever see me out. Definitely, introduce yourself. Otherwise, if you want some time, then book a boot camp. I'll change your life. A humble, committed man with a brain would drive me wild. And I know you. Yeah, you're a good woman. I hope you find that. Should men without kids date women with kids? So, I would never say that a man or a woman should not date the opposite sex who has kids, right? I personally would never date a woman who has kids because I have a lot of money, I'm successful, and I want to build my life with women who want to do it the way that I want to do it. Turn off invites. Let me see what this is.
Oh wow! I didn't hit the jackpot. Dang, hold on.
Oh, hold up. What's going on? I can't hear you. I can't hear
Can you hear
you.
me now?
Hang on.
Dang, you
Nice
look like
smile,
a
but I
model.
can't hear you. Hold up. Let me see. Oh, you know what it is? My microphone is plugged in, so I don't have any audio.
This boy. You can't hear me?
Yeah, tapping will be next time, though.
Bye.
All right, there we go. We back. Yeah, anyway, so should men date women who don't have kids? So again, I wouldn't. I'm too successful. I just wouldn't do it. But I would say if you meet, the most important thing to think about when you're considering dating somebody, you should only date people who you see a long-term future with. If you don't think there's going to be a long-term future, you're wasting your time anyway. You should just talk to them, have fun. Too many people get in relationships unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see this person fulfilling whatever it is that you want in your long-term future, just have fun and keep doing what you do. Now, if you meet a woman who meets your qualifications and she's compatible with you, you have good chemistry, the equality and the balance is on point, then do it. Should men without kids date women with kids? Same question. How old is this guy? 29. You are a real man. Thank you, baby. Childless women are a red flag. Childless women are a red flag. I mean, nah, I'm not going to say that because, a woman could be young, first of all. I mean, like, my woman was 23 before we had our first child. A lot of women just are leading careers. Some women just aren't promiscuous, so they don't have kids. So nah. I would say you're slipping, my boy. Lip injections are the worst. Thank you, Gabby. Who's Gabby? Gabby's my wife. Felt that way with someone and got scared, so I cut him off. I don't know what you're talking about. A woman that believes in you is a superpower. That's a true thing, man. Like, I want all the women to hear this, and I want all the men to hear this. Okay? A woman's belief in a man is a power that he cannot get anywhere else in the world. There is truly nothing like a woman who really firmly believes in a man. What does that mean? And men, how do you know if a woman believes in you? A woman believes in you if she is willing to sacrifice what she has for you both to keep going on the purpose and vision and path that you're going on. So we've all heard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get broke, a woman leaves you. That's a woman who never believed in you. If a woman believes in you, you could be up or down. She believes in you. If you got a woman like that, you got the gold pot. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, I wish I was you. No, wish you were you. Because there's a lot of things that come with me that you don't know about. Where did you meet her? I met my wife, and I do not recommend meeting people on the internet, social media. I actually did meet Gabby on social media. She slid in my DMs, and she asked me for business advice because she was doing like a little side business at a time. I gave her advice. It was platonic. It was all good. But the thing is, women love a man with strong leadership and direction. Also, I'm not going to say this 100% firm, but I kind of think all women are sapiosexual, which means that women fall in love with a man's mind. And I say, if you want a woman to fall in love with you, get into her mind, get into her heart, and then get into her sexually. A lot of you dudes are trying to get into the woman sexually and then get the heart and the mind after. It don't work like that. Women want a man to occupy their mind and their heart. They want to feel your love. They want to feel your leadership. You got to get into the upper regions before you get into the lower regions. Somebody said, where did you meet her? You took a girl's money, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yes, indeed, my boy, because this is a partnership. Life happens. There's ups and downs. I make a lot of money, but I went through a health challenge that took me out of work, so there was just no income. But my woman didn't want to see me fall off, so she did what she had to do to make sure that we at least stayed afloat. It wasn't my same money, but we stayed afloat. And now we're living better than ever. So when you say, did I take my woman's money? Question mark. Your problem is you don't have a woman who's partnering with you. You see what I'm saying? When you have a woman who believes in you, supports you, and is investing with you, you both will live on a better lifestyle. I guarantee you that. A lot of women and men, if you broke, one of your main problems is you cannot cooperate with the opposite sex. That's a big problem. You need to be able to invest a woman into a man into a woman. A lot of people, you can have your girlfriends, a lot of dudes, you can have your homies, but you can't cooperate with a woman on that level. That's a problem. You can't cooperate with the opposite sex on the level of investment. That's a problem. Cam, you're the best, bro. That's a ride or die. God bless you, 100% with her money. Got it. Can a woman do that too? My girl is a businesswoman. Yeah. How come you don't have a pic or video of Gabby on your profile? There is a reason, actually. And first of all, I do. If you go to my Instagram and my TikTok, I have a video with me and Gabby in 2 or 3 videos where we're walking through a casino and I'm chopping up some game about relationships. So I do have that. I don't have a lot of videos with me and my wife because we have a child on the way and because I have a lot of haters. You know, I appreciate y'all's love and support, but I do have a lot of haters, like people who don't like me for whatever reason. And I don't want my woman exposed to the negativity that I have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm okay dealing with it. I'm a player. But I want my woman to live a free, content, comfortable life. The more famous I get, the more money I make. I don't want her to deal with the baggage of that. I don't want my son to be dealing with, you know, what comes with me. I want my son to live his own life and my wife to live her own life. So that's why. My wife did that for me. Now I care for her because she has Alzheimer's. That's big. You know what I mean? Like I said, I had a health thing. She helped me up. I'm good now. And we both living a great life. How much fruits are you bringing in? I agree. Women can only support a man who is driven, ambitious, and a leader. Absolutely. Men, you got to understand something. If you want a woman to support you, you have to be a leader. There's no way around that. If you don't know, I've had women tell me this. I've had women say to me, who I met here in Vegas, they'd be like, yeah, I'm dating this guy. And, you know, he kind of told me that when he thinks about the future, it makes him uncomfortable. It makes him feel insecure. That's a problem, bro. That's a problem. And I guarantee you the woman who told me that was thinking about being with me, not that dude. As a man, you have to have a purpose. All the men need to write this down. Purpose, vision, direction, goals. Your purpose comes from your heart. Your purpose is the gift you're giving to the world. Your vision is the horizon. Where are you going in the future? The direction is a straight line, alignment between your purpose, you, and that vision. Your goals are everything that are in between you and being where you want to be at that horizon. If you don't have that as a man, you have no business trying to lead a woman. You have no business being in a relationship with a woman, and you need to go work on yourself before you get out here and fuck up a woman's life. That's some hard game for you. Nowadays, they want everything half and half. That's not true. A lot of women don't want half and half. A lot of women are in a place where they feel like they have to bring half to the table because these dudes are not holding up their end. A lot of dudes, again, don't know who they are, don't know what they want, don't have a purpose, have no skills, don't read books, don't work on self-development, have no money, are weak, scared, and because of that, women are stepping into their masculine energy to make up for what you're not bringing to the table. See, what works with me and my wife is the fact that I've done the work. I've read the books. I've been through a lot in life. I've almost died several times. I've been in the streets. I've been in homicidal situations. Read between the lines. My woman is baggage free. She's extremely nurturing. She's caring. She's patient. She's warm-hearted. She's not cold. She's warm. She's the opposite of what I am, and I appreciate that in her. My woman brings things to the relationship that I could never bring. I don't have the ability to bring what my woman brings. But I bring everything that she could never bring. As a man, you have to be aggressive. You have to be strong. You have to have violence inside you. You have to have confidence. If you're not willing to do that, then you're going to make your woman kind of try to make up for what it is that you're not bringing. So what you want is the polarity, the opposite. Sexual attraction happens when you have polar opposite types of people who are trying to, who meet, and they're attracted because they bring the opposite ends of the spectrum together. If both you and your woman are soft, you're not going to be attracted. When a man is hard and a woman is soft, there's attraction. If a man is cold and a woman is warm, there's attraction. If a man is more concerned about providing, but the woman is more concerned about nurturing, there's attraction. Can you wear Jordans with a suit? I would never wear tennis shoes. I'm a grown man. And I'm not knocking men who wear streetwear, tennis shoes, women who do the same. I'm going to say this, and Kevin Samuel said this. When you look at men today, a lot of men look the same as a high school or a middle school kid. They both have on jeans, sneakers, a t-shirt that's baggy, and a fitted cap. How do you know who is more mature and developed in life? You don't, because they look the same. However, there's not really high school and middle school kids who dress like this. You know what I'm saying? The full pants with it. You know what I mean? The belt buckle, all that. You need to look like you're at the place you're at in life. And women, don't just wear leggings. Don't just wear sweatpants because it makes your ass look fat. Don't just wear halter tops and tight little yoga shirts just because it makes your breasts look good. Put on a dress. Have a female suit. Get a skirt. Get some heels. Get some flats. Get your dress and your wardrobe up so you can upgrade the quality of your life and the people that you're around. This goes for men and women. And men and women are about on the same playing field. The woman's in yoga pants, the dude's in jeans. It's the same shit. And if you're a woman and you have on leggings, you could never rock with me. I would never approach you in person. I would never be out here in Vegas at a really nice restaurant, lounge, see you. You wouldn't be there, first of all, but see you and approach you. Why? Because I'm going to approach the woman who has a dress on. I'm going to approach the woman who invested in her appearance. Because I'm going to assume that she's looking for a man like me. That's just being real. Hey, man, on average, how big should a man's dumps be? I don't know what that means. I need a life coach. Tap in with me. I don't drink wine with my dude. Sorry. Good. Where do you find smart guys? Great question. You find intelligent men in places where intelligent men go. That would be business conferences. That would be upscale venues where it costs a certain dollar amount to get inside of. Not a dive bar, not a ratchet club, but go to a place where the front entrance keeps people out. Also, obviously, go to bookstores and go to online platforms where people are on this type of time. Like what we're talking about now is intelligent. So if a man is listening to this right now, I would assume he has a degree of intelligence. So I meet women on Bumble. They all say same thing. I don't want to meet right now, whatever. Hey man, on average, how big? Yep. That's huge. I got dumped once for not being compatible. That's a good thing. Can you explain your history on racial slurs? I don't know who that is. They keep saying the same shit. Just became a top 2 viewer. Thank you. I got dumped once for not laying the pipe. That's real. all my women know this is real. When it comes to sex, men, you have to have the bedroom game down. You dig what I'm saying? You have to know a woman's body, and you have to be able to control your stamina enough to give it to a woman to the point to where she can release enough tension to climax. A lot of men go into sex very insecure, very uptight, questioning themselves, wondering, am I going to put it down? That's the wrong way to go into it. You have to go into intercourse feeling super attracted to the woman, feeling that you really want to give it to the woman. And you need to, when I say really give it to her, I mean, you need to feel that passion literally coming from your core, like from your pelvic floor up through your belly, up into your chest. You need to feel passion. You need to feel heat. You need to be erect. You need to go in hard. Women do not like, guys who can't really lay it down. When you have sex with a woman, it has to be very fierce. It needs to be vigorous. It needs to be passionate. Women will tell you this. Women who have had really good sex know exactly what I'm talking about. You need to go in deep. There's 3 types of climax. You have clitoral, you have G-spot, you have cervical. Clitoral is the most common. Most people do this with their fingers or mouth. That is the shallowest, most unfulfilling climax a woman can have. Not that it's not fulfilling at all, it's just the most shallow. The second is the G-spot. Again, most people do this with their hands. The deepest one, the one that women will remember you for, is the cervix, which means that you have to be deep inside. This is a male appendage inside of a woman hitting the bottom. You got to hit the left wall, the right wall, hit the bottom vigorously, and you got to hit that long enough. And a lot of women hold tension there. So when you're in intercourse and you're deep like that, a woman might feel a degree of tension, pain, discomfort, and you kind of have to slow down a little bit, work back out, come back in, massage it with yourself, go harder. She'll open up. Eventually, it'll just be pure ecstasy, and the woman will have a climax that's deeper than what she's ever experienced. And that's the best thing you can do for a woman. If you do that, a woman will never say that you did not lay down the appendage. Relationships are whack because everyone in the end is selfish. That's not true. You are choosing the wrong people. If you find yourself around selfish people, abusive people, toxic people, the first thing you need to do is look in the mirror. Why are you around them people? Because I'm not. Everybody around me is abundant. Everybody is reciprocal. Everybody contributes to my life the way I do to theirs. I have a great relationship. I don't know what you're talking about. I tried to make it to work with a guy who made a quarter of my salary. And you didn't tell me how it went, though. I had no issue taking care of my partners, but they didn't respect me, nor did they support my goals. That's because you weren't compatible. You didn't have the same interest in mind. Also, you may not have had chemistry. They may not have liked you for you. Men, you cannot pay a woman to like you. You cannot pay a woman to like you. If a woman likes you, she likes you based on who you are, your vibe and your energy, your personality, your character. You can't take her on enough dates, vacations, and buy her enough gifts to make her like you, playa. She will accept the money and not like you. This sounds like pre-marriage counseling. This is just relationship talk. You're so smart. I thank you very much. All right, y'all, I am going to wrap it up soon. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm going to wrap this up soon, but I really appreciate y'all being here. We had a good viewing tonight. Somebody said that's why millionaires are single. Why is it intimate? Why is it intimate men that I know what I want and don't settle? Gotta rephrase that question. That didn't make no sense. You can't meet them. You're chasing women too good for you. Be realistic, brokey. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. How do you value yourself? I will answer that question. This is for everybody, men and women. How do you value yourself? This goes back to what I said in the very beginning in this video, which is that you need to know who you are. I want everybody to write down this saying. No one knows me better than me. No one has been through every single circumstance with you but you. You have been the common denominator of every single down and up in life. What that means is, while there may have been other people and external resources that helped you in certain times, still you have to give the credit to yourself because you were always there. If you made it through everything you've been through, then you can make it to where you want to go and you can make it through what you're going through now. You just have to remove self-doubt. Self-confidence is not believing in yourself. Self-confidence is the removal of self-doubt. When you stop questioning yourself and stop looking down upon yourself and start looking at the future and saying, I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I know what I've been through. I know I can go through this too. Then you can make it to where you want to go. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. I can't say that enough. You don't necessarily need to read more books, have different experiences, have someone validate you. You need to trust yourself and just go forward. Try it. Women say, I want a good man that has it all while they have 3 baby daddies. You're talking to the wrong women then. That's all. That's your fault. I blame you. Again, I'm not, I like when women tell me, oh, I've been in a relationship with guys who are toxic, abusive, broke. When guys tell me they've been with women who are toxic, negative, depressed, got baby daddies, etc., that's you. Like, why are you with that person? That's what I would say to you. Why don't you write a journal and say, what kind of partner do I want? And then raise your standards so you stop being around that. Don't complain to me. Complain to yourself and raise your standards. All right, we have caught up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed, it is Saturday. Thanksgiving is next week. I would really encourage everybody, if you've never done a gratitude journal, just get a sheet of paper and take 1 page, write down the day's date, put gratitude journal, and then just fill up the page with what you're grateful for. You can be grateful for yourself, everything externally, internally. You can be grateful for where you live, the relationships you have, everything around you, the sky outside, the sunlight, the air, the water, the food you have. Be grateful for your future. Be grateful for your past. Be grateful for your present. Thanksgiving is coming up. I hope y'all connect with your family. Everybody, y'all stay up. I am going to be doing these lives a lot more often, so stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? I will be live tomorrow night, probably around 7 p.m. Pacific time. Hope to see y'all again. Have a beautiful night.